Hey guys, welcome to the Late Night Live podcast. I'm here with my friend Sook and my friend Coda. How you guys doing?
We're good. I'm good.
Doing good,
I'm
doing good.
just chilling.
Alright, so we're going to be covering a couple subjects today that are like trending the internet, and the first one is Sandpepper Exposed. Have any of you guys heard of this?
I've heard of it.
Very briefly.
Alright, so Sandpepper, about, I would say, a week and a half ago, he ended up uploading a butt pinch video where he pinched a bunch of girls' butts, and a bunch of people got mad at him for doing it, and it ended up getting deleted, so he uploaded a part 2 showing a girl pinching guys' butts, and that ended up getting deleted too. And he ended up uploading a part 3 reveal, telling that the whole thing was a social experiment. But
Are they like staged, or is he actually just going and pinching random girls' butts
actually, apparently, like, the whole time they were staged, he told everybody in part 3, but everybody thinks that it really wasn't staged, that he's just saying that so he doesn't get in trouble and so people don't get angry at him. But
So pretty much, if it's staged, you're a liar and a terrible social experimenter, and if it's not staged, you're now a sexual harasser.
yeah, like, why?
Why would you even how is that conceived as a good idea? Like, hey guys, let's go out and let's pinch some girls' butts and see how they act.
According, I don't know, I guess the news is talking about this too. Apparently they think that he is a sexual assaulter or something like that. They were talking about that the video was inappropriate and definitely was not staged, but I may be wrong.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember Brian Peppers, that meme that was floating around the internet?
Yeah.
Is he in any way related? Because I'm pretty sure Brian Peppers was also a sexual assaulter.
I actually have no idea, and that would be
look,
funny.
your brother.
So
God, I just Googled it. I can't even look at that. Go on. Sorry.
So he was saying it was a social experiment the whole time, but what I don't get is why he didn't have in parentheses social experiment. That's in like all of his social experiments. It says that in parentheses social experiment. This was the only one that didn't say that, and he ended up deleting a bunch of other videos like common to this where he did things like this, and about I think 5 days ago ended up deleting his Instagram, Vine, and a couple other accounts. He still has his Twitter and YouTube up, but he hasn't we haven't heard from him in 2 weeks. So,
well, I mean, it's okay. I haven't seen the videos, and I've only briefly heard of this, but how can you? How's that even a good idea? Going out and fondling other women?
Yeah, it's messed up.
I don't get it.
When I first heard about it.
I have
Here,
something.
You go.
Okay, so about 5 days ago, there was a tweet from Sandpepper that said Friday. We are not sure what that means, but I'm pretty sure, according to one of the news articles that I saw, it was a trial. I guess it was an article for a trial in the courtroom or something like that about sexual assault. But I may be wrong, because then again, the internet is not always right.
Is he being charged?
No, nobody knows yet. Nobody
knows if he's being charged, but apparently there has been a little article mentioning that he may be charged.
Yeah, nobody knows yet. And plus, to add on to that, a couple days ago, about 3 girls, anonymous girls on YouTube, upload videos about them being sexually abused and just touched by him, and then the last couple of days even more, probably 10 or 11 more videos of girls talking about this and him doing it to them. So
let me tell you this. Do you think these girls are actually legit, or they were just fangirls and just pretended just to get all the attention? Because what I think is I think Sandpepper didn't do that, and I think the girls are just trying to hype up the attention from other people and make Sandpepper look like a bad person.
Yeah, what is the probability of people that actually know this guy coming forth and being yeah, he's a nasty person?
Well, actually, there is a girl,
I don't know.
Strawberry or whatever you call her. I don't know exactly how to pronounce her YouTube channel, but she's friends with PewDiePie's girlfriend and Sandpepper, and she said for a while that she knew that this would happen. She knew that something like this would happen, and so I feel like this is kind of
foreshadowing his personality as a whole. That's interesting.
And so it's everything seems to be adding on and even more evidence. So I really have no idea if it's legit yet, but I guess we'll find out. There's some girls that are talking about recently, but some girls that were like,
You don't know, because you don't know. Sam must be like at his desk right now, like, what the fuck are these
Who
girls
are like?
even
I don't know
doing?
who you are.
Who the fuck are these girls? They're just like girls with like 1 subscribers on YouTube.
but yeah, so I guess that sums up that subject. We can't really like talk anymore about it because there's nothing really left to talk about unless we want to argue back and forth about if we think it's legit or not. But
Well, just in that, I think
Might have
the
to
girls
get
that
into
came
it a little
forth.
bit more.
The girls that came forth probably aren't, yes or no, we can't really say whether or not they know him, but the fact that he went and did this video anyways is kind of dumb. Like, I don't see how that could ever have a good
plus,
turnout, but
like, I don't know if it was supposed to be like a prank video or something, but that's, in my opinion, that's not pranking.
hey, I touched your butt. Just kidding. Sorry.
That's so funny.
all right, we're gonna move on to Windows 10. If you guys have heard of this, apparently they're skipping Windows 9 for some dumb reason. I have no idea. I actually didn't like read up on it a lot, but I just know they're skipping Windows 9, and like I said, it's for some really dumb reason. What do you guys think about this?
I don't know. I saw a couple articles on Windows 9 when I was looking in class, and we were supposed to look up technology in class about what the new things that are coming out and stuff. And I saw some Windows 9 leaked things, but then I saw another article that said no, the Windows 9 has been scratched out. Windows 10 is now coming out. I was actually shocked because I saw like the new layout and everything. You saw the layout.
Yeah, it's kind of like Windows 8 and Windows 7 put together pretty much.
Yeah, the taskbar is Windows 8. The actual like desktop screen, which is beautiful looking, it's Windows 7. But this
is one of those things that I don't have much input on. Like I saw so much tweets and so many posts and articles saying Windows 10 ? I'm so confused.
And I think this
this is news to me, but like people were blowing up about it, so I don't know. Maybe you guys might know a little bit more about this than me.
I think the reason, I'm hoping that this is free because they're really wanting everybody to upgrade to Windows 8, and not a lot of people want to do it. And so if they really want a lot of people to like upgrade to the newer Windows software and things like that, making it free would be huge. Like, that would be awesome. And apparently later in 2015, I think, towards the beginning of the year in 2015, you'll be able to go test it out on their website.
Well, I mean, with their last fail of a Windows, I would hope this one would be free.
Yeah, it better be. Like, Windows, I'm pretty sure Windows 8 lost a lot of money because a lot of people didn't want to switch, even though apparently it did have performance, like, it was better in performance. Just a lot of people didn't want to upgrade because it was confusing and hard to use. So
where's my start button?
Yeah,
where's my start button?
I actually tested Windows 8 when it first came out, and I literally couldn't find out how to get onto like Google Chrome. I could get onto Internet Explorer, but I couldn't open Google Chrome anywhere. I didn't know how to get to it.
Here's the thing about Windows 8. It's like so advanced that you don't even know what you're doing anymore. But then again, I've been hearing things like, oh yeah, it uses less resources, which is pretty good. It helps, like, I guess game performance is better. Like you barely ever get game crashes and stuff. And that's basically what I've heard, and it's a better way. I mean, why wouldn't you do that with Windows 7? I mean,
the moral of the story is, people, we want dumbed down products. Us as consumers, we want to feel smart. We don't want to feel dumb. Give us dumb products.
Yeah, come on.
Instead, they give us Windows 8 with a big ass advanced technology bar.
Yeah, come on.
We don't even know what the fuck.
When holograms come out, we're not gonna know how to use them. Come on. All right, so we're going to move on to our next subject. Destiny, is it too hyped up? It got hyped up a lot, and apparently in the last month or two, people have been rating it, and huge websites have been rating it like a 6.5 or 7, and a lot of people are saying it's like just crap.
Okay, to start off with that, it's kind of, if you really played the game for about maybe 10 hours or so, not straight, no, that's ridiculous, but like maybe for a couple days, you can feel like that it kind of brings back the feel of Halo.
Yeah.
Like the way it feels, but I
Mhm.
mean the controls are different, sure. And like sure they changed about the bunch of the layout, but the armor and the way the characters look, they look exactly the same with Halo. If you compare a Halo character or Master Chief with one of the Destiny characters, one of the main Destiny characters, they look exactly the same almost with almost
Did
armor, same
did they
armor.
morph? Did they morph RPG elements into Destiny, or am I completely incorrect on that? Because I thought you could take up like you could pretty much represent a certain vendor, and if you did set missions or something, how does that work? Is that an RPG thing, or am I completely wrong here?
To set missions, I don't think you can set missions unless you go to the tower where you, I guess, access the missions. But other than that, I haven't played the game much to know about that. But people play it a lot. Like it's still in like the
Yeah,
top
it's still
like
it was
viewers
actually
in
like the most
Twitch.
pre-ordered game, I think.
It's
Yeah,
also
it
it's
was it
yeah.
was popular. I work
and
at a retail. I
I
work in
mean,
retail, and that game was off the hook. There was people wanting to know if we had copies, if we were gonna have it. Even
yeah.
it was on high demand.
let,
But you're right. This
let me
this
tell
game did
you
not get
why.
good reviews. Why did it not get good reviews? What do you guys think?
First of all, I think Bungie. This is like I think they wanted this to be one of their own original games, but I think they were moving towards Halo again, and they need to kind of like back off from that because that's how all their games have been for the past 10 years. They haven't done anything
Yeah.
else. That's like all their games have been is just
A
futuristic
shadow of Halo.
Yeah,
yeah,
as
just a
soon as
shadow of
they
Halo.
yeah, as soon as that they backed out of Halo, they told us, hyped us up, saying that we needed a brand new that they were gonna make us like a brand new game. And sure, the trailers looked nothing like Halo. I mean, I'll admit the trailers look pretty interesting. When you actually play the game, you actually have like the border outline of the whole like how do I say it, the HUD.
Yeah.
It looks exactly the same thing as Halo. I'm not ridiculous. It kind of looks like Halo 4 mixed with like Halo 3 or something like
Ooh,
that. Something
there's why it got the
ridiculous.
bad reviews. Any mixture with Halo 4. I enjoyed Halo 3 and Halo 2. Those were my games of choice. Halo 4, not so much.
Halo 3 and
Halo
Halo
4.
2 were
Well,
my favorite.
I don't. They didn't make Halo 4. No, don't get me wrong. They didn't make Halo 4. But I think they got the idea of like the HUD from Halo 4. If you've actually seen the HUD, it looks sort of similar, but I'm not sure really.
All right,
Okay,
so
fair enough.
we're going to move on to our next subject. It's Alien Isolation's release. It's been very, very hyped up. It's based off the Alien movies. It takes place in between the first and second one. And you play Ripley's daughter, which is also named Ripley. If you've ever seen the movies, then you would know. But they have this new survival mode where you have to survive in the spaceship, and there's this alien hunting you down. You only have a tiny bit of ammo. In most games, you feel like you have so much ammo that you're very, very, like, I can't think of the word, just confident that you're going to win the game. But this, you're actually in fear. You're scared. Any little move you make, any little sound you make, the alien can hear you. When you go through the vents, if you make any noises or anything, the alien can track you down easier. You have to use every little thing around you to help you survive in the spaceship.
So the question here, is it being too hyped up? Do we think it's going to be good? I think it's going to be great, personally.
I've already seen a lot of gameplay.
I mean, like, we need more horror games that have some credentials behind it, and this is one of them that I think is going to be entertaining, to say the least. I mean, I'm not going to bash any of the horror games that have came out recently. Cough, 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 cough. Recent one. But we definitely need some new horror games that are actually well put together, honestly.
Yeah, I like the story behind it too, because it actually has a story behind it. If you think of Slender, you can think of, yeah, it's this guy that's trying to kill you, but there's not actually a huge plot behind of how like you got there and how everything started.
If you
And
look
you're playing
back,
at
we
Chuck
didn't
E.
care
Cheese,
about that shit. We just played it, and we just got our ass scared. Like it just scared us because he would just keep teleporting behind us, and we wouldn't know it.
Yeah,
Now it's like
I think
now
like
it's like,
people are
oh,
getting
what the
too used
fuck
to
is
that.
he doing?
People are getting
Yeah,
too
it's
used to
like,
that. So it's like every horror game is the exact same, except like a couple that have come out recently, like The Forest. That's a pretty cool idea.
Yeah.
Alien Isolation, it's an amazing idea because it's not like all the other ones where you're not stuck in the middle of the forest. You're not in some like 1800s place. You're actually in the future, which is weird because you're like you would think in the future you'd have more things to help you out. I don't know how to really put that, but yeah.
I mean, like the horror games that we definitely need to look out for is definitely Alien Isolation. Dying Light might be good. The Forest was a highly anticipated, and I think it delivered fairly well.
Yeah.
Okay, can I go off topic for a second? Dying Light was, I don't know if you guys heard, but it was pushed back 7 times. Like, it was apparently.
Well, hopefully it's a good game.
Yeah, it's pushed back 7 times. I was like, okay, I'm gonna get the game on August 27th, and it said pushed back to February 2015, and I was just like, oh my god, when are they gonna finish this game? Holy shit! It's been pushed back so many times, or they're just lazy at the office and they're just pushing it back just because like everybody's just having a cup of Joe, just sitting back like, yeah.
All right,
it's gonna be made eventually.
Eventually, like 2 years later. It's all right, guys. Don't worry, we're gonna hype it up a lot. It's gonna be great. All right, so we're gonna move on to our.
It be like a shit game.
We're gonna move on to our next subject, Zombieland 2. I don't really know much about this. I just read a couple articles and a bunch of like news that there's just gonna be Zombieland 2. I don't know who the main characters are gonna be really yet, but I just know Zombieland 2. Does that sound cool? Or
I mean, I'm digging this this lineup of topics we have here. Zombieland was. Are we talking about the movie?
Yes,
here?
The movie.
Yeah,
Zombieland was. Pretty damn. I mean, I loved it, dude.
It's pretty freaking good.
It's
it was
kind of like
scared the shit out of me though.
It's kind of like the zombie. Pretty much somebody who loves horror movies and like spoof movies. Pretty much their dream movie because it's awesome. I loved it. But I don't know if there's really a lot to talk about that. I just talk about there. I just
worth mentioning. Worth mentioning.
Yeah, I don't know.
Zombieland 2, I don't know if they might like kill how the first one maybe did, or they might make it way better because of the technology we have nowadays and what they can do and shit.
I don't know if they're gonna make it a prequel or what, but it would be cool to see the same characters come back. But then it would kind of also be dumb because you don't want the same movie over and over and over again. You want to actually see something new. So maybe like in the past when I can't remember how Zombieland started. Actually, I think I remember now. I remember him. Yeah, I remember them talking about when the infection first started.
Twinkies!
yeah, that brings back some memories. But maybe like a prequel or something would be cool to see. But yeah.
I'm still gonna be shitting my pants by the end of that movie, anyways.
Definitely a word.
All right, let's move on to iPhone 6. Apparently, it bends when you put it in your pants, and I don't know if these are false claims that people are making. Even though they have pictures and videos of people bending them, I don't know if people are doing this on purpose so they could try to get their money back or what. But what do you guys think about it? Like,
so let me tell you a real life situation here. My parents, they bought the iPhone 6 Plus, right? And they gave my grandma one, okay? What she did is she was wearing like really, really tight pants that day. I have no idea why the hell she was wearing them, but they were really tight. And what happened was she was like so excited to get her new phone. First thing she does is she drops it. Then she picks it back up and she goes to her car. She like puts it in her pocket. She's like, okay, just like it took it like a while to get inside her pocket. So I was like, okay. So we enter the car. After we enter the car, she hears a little creaking noise coming out of somewhere, and she tries we noticed after that it was her phone. But to make it worse, she bends down underneath the car seat, like you know how you bend down your pockets, like oh my god. She bends down. She hears it like it's not. It wasn't a snapping noise. It was like a creaking loud noise, and it was like what the hell is that? It's like can you check your pocket? She pulls it out, and it's like a bent like iPhone. Me and my brother just start laughing.
Like seriously, Apple is a billion-dollar company. Why can't they afford to make really good quality phones?
Listen, people are going into stores and literally trying to bend the model phones. Like, that's how sketched out people are about this model. that they're going into stores and they are trying to bin model phones that aren't actually. Some of them are which are actual iPhones. Some of them are legit just cardboard.
Yeah.
People are so sketched out. Like, and I agree. Like, why is this an issue? Are they trying to prevent like more so like cracked screens? Are they trying to prevent this or that? Like, what are they trying to accomplish?
I think this was
by
actually an accident. Like, I don't know. I know a bunch of the new Samsung like Galaxy phones. They're pretty much the exact same model as the iPhone. Literally, iPhone 6 took a bunch of like ideas from the Galaxies, and there's even some Galaxies that are skinnier than the iPhone, and you can put them into your pocket without them bending. And I think. Yeah, it just sounds dumb.
I think this is just a weird like maybe a weird mistake that was happening.
A manufacturer issue.
And they could have got recalled. I have no idea.
I did hear about a recall at one point.
They have recently been, so when they found out that it was all over the news, it was all over like Fox and every single place, every single news station on the internet or on TV. Then Apple recalled their phones. This is when the juicy part kicks in. Once Apple repairs the iPhone 6 phones, the customer who got their phone bent gets a free Apple Watch next year.
Really? So should I go buy like some $50 iPhone 6 on the internet and then bend it?
Like, I think it's worth a try. I'm not going to stop you there.
Or do you have to actually order it from the actual Apple store? Because that's dumb. Because I know.
Get this. It didn't come from the actual source Apple itself. It's some people on the internet said that might be what they were doing. If that's not the case, if that's the case, then people will be having their free Apple Watches and their nice like brand new iPhone 7.
Yeah, and hopefully their Apple Watches don't bend like freaking crazy. I feel like you're gonna put the Apple Watch on, and it's just gonna snap the second you put it on. I don't even know if I could trust Apple anymore.
I don't even wear watches. Like why would I?
It's like you get the watch. It's like you get the watch and it's supposed to bend over your wrist, but it's just completely stiff.
Yeah,
I can't bend it at all.
Get the new Apple Stiff Watch.
I break watches. Like what happens is like I always I get a new watch and then somehow I find a way to break it or lose it. So if I got a free Apple Watch and then I just wear it for like one day, oh yeah, look at my new watch, guys, put it in the freaking drawer and then leave it there for years.
Yeah,
that's what I do with watches now. I just like watches are so useless. They're like, oh beep beep beep, oh fuck you.
Yeah, here's an Apple Watch. Oh wait, I got my iPhone in my pocket. Oh wait, look over here, I got my tablet. Like seriously, do you really need an Apple Watch? I mean, it does show your heart rate and everything, but I don't really think I think it's been done.
Yes or no? Let's find out if you're dying.
The Fitbit on that one, but
yeah.
And apparently you're going to be able to make calls on it too.
I think it's going to be weird though. Like your hands way down here. Your hands way down here while you're jogging and you're like talking like and you hear them like getting closer to the mic like, "Hey, how are you doing?"
No, or it's gonna be like you're driving and you like driving with like both hands and it's like.
I mean,
hey,
that's actually a good
called
idea.
you.
Now that I think about it, that could be useful though. When you're driving, you don't have to use your other hand, and you could text like voice text.
You don't have to like reach over to your phone. Like you know how people have those things where their handheld devices are on like a platform or something.
Yeah.
I mean, when somebody calls them, you have to answer them by like reaching while you're driving, which is very bad.
Yep.
Now you have like a thing that's pretty cool. It picks up calls, and then you can be like, "Hey, what's up? How's it going?" and shit like that. They can probably hear you.
Yeah. But, so, I think we should move on to the other subject because the iPhone 6 is like that's gonna there's
be
a lot. There's so many.
Update.
Yeah. There's so many things you could like say that are good and bad about it, but at the end of the day, it's Apple, so you can never really trust them.
It's Apple. I don't know. I like Apple's products.
Apple's going to start World War III. All right, to the next subject, Assassin's Creed Unity hype. Do you think it'll be worth it? I've been so hyped up for Assassin's Creed Unity. I am ready to play it right now.
See, I've never been that big into Assassin's Creed and the series as a whole. I don't know. Is it going to be anything similar to Brotherhood? Because I did enjoy Assassin's Creed 1 and I did relatively enjoy 2, but some of their
I think they all made sense up until Assassin's Creed 3. After that, they just went to crap. But Assassin's Creed Unity is on the next gen, and the system, like, it just seems cool. I don't know. What do you think about it, Coda?
Okay, so I heard that Unity was supposed to be taking place before Revelations.
Yeah.
Before Assassin's Creed Revelations, which I thought was pretty cool, and I didn't go really into the story that much, but I think I've seen a bunch of like gameplay, and from the developers themselves, they upload their own gameplays, and they explain it for like 30-minute gameplay of it, and it looks absolutely crisp and it looks beautiful. I'm not gonna lie, I love it. It looks amazing.
Interesting.
I don't. The one thing I didn't agree with you is that you heard it's before Revelations, because I don't know if that's completely true, because I thought I know Revelations takes place in like the 1400s, and this game takes place in like, I thought it took place in like the 1700s, but I could be wrong.
I'm glad
I may
you
be
just said
incorrect, but I saw it on the Assassin's Creed wiki when I was looking.
Yeah.
Because obviously it tells you the timeline, tells you the story and everything like that. I looked on it, it said it's supposed to be taking place before Revelations. And even when I saw one of the demos, the producer said it was supposed to be taking place in the I can't remember what it is, 7 Years War. I think that's what it is. Yeah, 7 Years War. And that's probably before Revelations. Sorry, my mistake. Maybe, I'm not sure, but it's like I might have to check again. It might be 18. When was the 7 Years War again? It was like 1850 something. What was it?
I actually can't think right now.
That's after Revelations.
It'd be after Revelations. So
yeah, it might be after.
Revelations takes place in 1400, and I'm just gonna kind of sum up this subject slowly and say that Assassin's Creed, the story is amazing. If you've never played it before, I recommend you play it. That's the only game that I've actually collected every single disc of. I have every single game up to Black Flag, Liberation, everything. And Unity is going to be awesome, Xbox One. So I'm just going to kind of talk about the story a little bit. It's so there's this guy named Desmond. I can't remember if he was kidnapped or what, but I remember Abstergo Industries are trying to force him to go back in time and change his memories, or I think replay them. I haven't played the first one in years, so I can't remember exactly. But anyways, you end up doing that. You end up breaking out of Abstergo, going into an Animus to replay your memories. I can't remember what your actual mission is to do, like, throughout the games. But I know I can't really explain it without telling you too much of the plot, because I don't want to ruin it. But it's awesome. The plot is awesome. It's really good. It's clever.
Good combat, crisp combat.
I really love the fact that they added a co-op story
That's
thing.
what I can't wait for. That's gonna be amazing. You're gonna be able to play with your friends, and like you've never been able to before. You've been able to play with your friends and actually fight each other, but not in some free mode or some co-op mode. This will be amazing. And
this is pretty interesting. Microsoft has recently confirmed that Unity would take place in Paris, France in 1789 during the French Revolution.
So I think that's actually right before the third game. That's
after Revelation.
Yeah, that's right before Assassin's Creed 3, which takes place during the Civil War. So yeah, but the whole story is awesome. I don't know if Unity's actually going to have a good story, though. I know the story has been awesome up to Assassin's Creed 3. After that, Black Flag was alright, but I don't think the story... It kind of felt like you're just skipping through the story, but I can't really tell you why, because that kind of will spoil the whole game for you. But
there is another game after Unity, which is Rogue, and nobody is actually excited for Rogue.
I'm not excited for it at all.
It looks like complete, utterly, excuse my language, shit.
Because what is Rogue exactly? What is Rogue?
Pretty much, you're not an assassin. I think you used to be an assassin, and now you're a Templar. So you're playing a Templar throughout the game, and that just kind of destroys the whole Assassin's Creed thing.
Here's my my thought on that. I mean, there's a handful of games that people have played, and you're like, man, I really wish I could be the bad guy in this
Yeah.
game. You know what I mean? Like, what if I wasn't, on this side of the storyline? What if I was the antagonist, or what if I was this character? You know what I mean? So I feel like in that sense, there's a couple people, or maybe a good amount of fans that are going to be like, okay, I can appreciate this game.
There might
but
be.
for the most part, you're like, I want to be an assassin.
Yeah, like
I want to be an assassin.
Says that Rogue stars as an Irish Templar named Shay, who is out for revenge against the Assassin Order. It takes place in North America, and his story ties in with the Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, apparently.
okay, that will be a little cool, but I don't know. Like you were saying, people might want to play as the bad guy, but still, like you kind of got the taste of that in Assassin's Creed 3, and it wasn't super fun. Unless they actually make this game like really, really fun, I don't know if I'm gonna like it.
I enjoyed the second one. I think my favorite one was the
Second one, I will have to say that is my favorite too. The story is good. The graphics were good for its time. Yeah.
See, I'm not much of a player of Assassin's Creed, but when Games of Gold, thank God Microsoft, came out with Assassin's Creed 2, I was like, okay, I'll try it. So I played it and I got addicted to it. I was just like, holy shit, all these missions I gotta do, and all the main story is amazing. Oh my goodness, I play it over and over again now because it's so good.
Yeah. So that kind of wraps up this episode of LNL Podcast. We may be back on Friday. I haven't got the schedule set up for sure yet. It could be Wednesdays and Fridays. It just could be Wednesdays. I know next Wednesday coming up, I won't be able to get a podcast out because I will be busy. I'm going to be on a small little vacation because of fall break. But so we kind of, I think we'll just try to get one out on Friday. We're going to aim towards that. But thank you guys for joining us in the podcast. Make sure to hit that like button. And is there anything you guys want to say?
It was a pleasure joining you this week, my man.
Coda?
Yeah, thanks for inviting me on your podcast. Hope to see you again next week.
All right. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you later.